Did you know the Pointer Sisters were a gospel-rooted family group but turned into one of the funkiest, most genre-bending girl groups in that era? The Pointer Sisters didn't just sing, they soared, leapt, and sometimes strutted their way through 5 decades of music. From the sweet harmonies of their church days to the wild success of their chart-topping hits, the sisters created a legacy of rhythm, resilience, and reinvention. Yet, like many legendary groups, their journey was marked by both glittering triumphs and heartbreaking goodbyes. The Pointer Sisters officially formed in 1969 in Oakland, California, when sisters June, Bonnie, Anita, and Ruth combined their gospel upbringing with jazz, R&B, funk, pop, and even country. Their breakthrough came with their self-titled 1973 debut album. By the mid-70s and 80s, they were unstoppable with hits like Yes We Can, Jump for My Love, I'm So Excited, and Fire. They became pioneers, the first African-American female group to perform at the Grand Ole Opry and winners of multiple Grammy Awards for their genre-blending magic. Before we dive into the legacy of those we've lost, take a moment like this video and tell us in the comments which Pointer Sisters song takes you back. Today, with Ruth Pointer at the helm and Issa and Sadako carrying the torch, the Pointer Sisters' music is still alive. Ruth Pointer, born March 1946, is the eldest and now the matriarch of the Pointer Sisters' legacy. With her deep, commanding voice, Ruth became the anchor of the group, especially during the 80s lineup that brought massive success. Today, she continues to perform with the newer generation of Pointers, her daughter Issa and granddaughter Sadako, ensuring the family harmony lives on. Ruth has faced her share of health scares and industry battles, but at 79 years old, she remains a vibrant presence on stage and in interviews, often sharing behind-the-scenes stories of the wild Pointer years. Issa Pointer and Sadako Pointer are the next generation carrying the legacy alive. Issa Pointer is Ruth's daughter and joined the group in the early 2000s, bringing youthful energy and a modern twist to their performances. Sadako Pointer, Ruth's granddaughter, joined later, creating a 3-generation harmony that proves the Pointer sound is far from gone. They continue to tour, perform the classics, and even experiment with new music that keeps the group relevant to both nostalgic fans and curious newcomers. Let's start with Anita Pointer, who was born on January 1948. She was the soulful glue that held the group together during its golden years. Anita battled cancer in her later years, and after a long and courageous fight, she passed away on December 2022, at the age of 74, in her Beverly Hills home, surrounded by family. She is buried at the Mount Tamalpais Cemetery in San Rafael, California, in a private family ceremony. With her smooth vocals leading their hits, she became the face and voice of the Pointer Sisters during their commercial peak in the late 70s and 80s. Off-stage, she endured heartbreak, including the loss of her only daughter, Jada, in 2003 due to pancreatic cancer. Fans around the world mourned her as the voice that made them dance, cry, and fall in love. Then Bonnie Pointer, who was born on July 1950. She was one of the founding members and a key force behind the group's early success. Bonnie died on June 2020 at the age of 69 in Los Angeles, California, from cardiac arrest caused by cirrhosis of the liver. Her final days were quiet, with family remembering her as the bold sister who opened doors for the rest. Bonnie was cremated, and her ashes remain with her family. Known for her sultry contralto and bold personality, Bonnie co-wrote the group's breakthrough hit Fairy Tale, which earned them a Grammy and broke barriers in country music. In 1977, Bonnie left the group to pursue a solo career, signing with Motown and scoring a disco hit with Heaven Must Have Sent You. Sadly, Bonnie's later life mirrored that of many artists who danced too close to the flames of fame. She struggled with addiction and financial troubles but remained a beloved figure for her contributions to music. Lastly, there was June Pointer, who was born on November 1953. She was the youngest of the original sisters, and often the group's playful, spirited heart. In her final years, June faced a devastating combination of illnesses including lung, liver, and colon cancer. After a valiant fight, she passed away on April 2006 at the age of 52 in Santa Monica, California. Her last days were spent in the company of her sisters, who kept vigil by her bedside, ensuring that her departure was surrounded by love, forgiveness, and music. June is buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills, a resting place for many music legends fitting for a woman whose voice still makes crowds move. Yet, behind the glittering smile, June battled personal demons, including substance abuse, that at times strained her career and her health. The Pointer Sisters were more than just a band. They were a movement that crossed genres, broke barriers, and created a soundtrack to generations of dance floors, weddings, and wild nights. Their ability to adapt from gospel to jazz, to pop, to funk, to country set them apart as true chameleons of music. They won 3 Grammy Awards, received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1994, and became symbols of family resilience in an industry that often tears families apart. Which Pointer Sisters song gets you dancing in your seat? Did you ever see them live, or do you remember their electric TV performances? Let us know in the comments, hit that like button if you're celebrating their legacy, and subscribe for more stories that honor the legends who taught us to sing, dance, and never give up.